We want to know, people, how would you guard Zach Edey? Just head to the Stadium Clubhouse Instagram page to create a video to tell us your strategy for guarding the 7'4" center with the best submission making Friday's show. It's a good question. How would you guard a 7'4" center?
Put my knee in his backside, push him as hard as I can, and pinch a little bit as well to get the
Oh my gosh.
reactions. This is how I played against post players. I was a guard.
I interviewed him last year, and I literally came up to his waist. I was like, I can't even reach you with this microphone here. But yeah, submit, everybody. We got a lot more coming your way here on the Clubhouse. Let's keep it in basketball here because it's a star-studded evening in college hoops, especially on the women's side here. We got Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark going head-to-head. Also, Paige Beckers taking on Juju Watkins. Each game has a trip to the Final Four on the line here. So you can play this game on the Stadium app, everybody. Who will have the best game tonight? You can rank them, and we're going to rank them right here. So, Danny, what do you think?
I'm going to do it based on who should perform, right? And what the pieces are in place. So Paige Beckers goes all the way to the top of this list for me because UConn plays 6 players. They're not a very deep team. Everything relies on her, and she has been the best player across women's basketball in the month of March. She's averaging 27 points per game, and she is the heart and soul of this UConn team. So if they want to see success, she has to play really well. Now I'm going to take Caitlin Clark and move her to second here because I think a lot rides on Caitlin Clark in this game because her entire team functions around her. Yes, she can score, and she can score with a hand in her face, but she's also really good at distributing the basketball. She's going to have to play amazing and perfect. She can't throw the ball away. She's going to be double teamed at times, and she's going to be able, she usually doesn't get frazzled. She should be able to make that extra pass. And I just think that if you get Hailey Van Lith guarding her, that's the matchup you want. So set enough screens for her to get caught up in guarding Caitlin Clark, and I think Caitlin Clark will get her scoring, and she will be able to get her assist numbers up. But Iowa doesn't win if she doesn't have a good game. Then I'm going to actually move Juju Watkins up here. You guys are going to think I'm crazy putting Angel Reese on the bottom, but I'll tell you why here. And the two of them are on the lower end here because I actually think both these teams have a chance to win tonight. I actually like both of these teams to win tonight. But Juju Watkins has a lot more coming to the party around her. She's a stud. She's second in the NCAA in scoring behind Caitlin Clark, but she's got a lot of other players coming to the party here. She's got options. She's got depth with her team. But if she plays really well offensively, and the factor here for her, she also plays defense. So her defense is going to be outstanding. She's going to give her team a chance to win. And Angel Reese, I think it's important for her to have a good game. I don't think it's crucial for her to have a good game. They have so many pieces and new pieces into that rotation there for LSU that can step up if she's for some reason taken out of this ballgame. Last year she averaged 20 points. Now she's averaging just under 20 points. She's still a massive part of this LSU team, but she doesn't have to do it herself, which is why if we're going to rank these players on who has to perform the best, Angel Reese can have a good game and LSU can still win.
Okay, so you kind of alluded to it already, but let's take a step back here and just look at the matchups as a whole rather than just individual players here, starting with Iowa taking on LSU. LSU and Angel Reese, they got the best of Iowa last year here. So Angel Reese, you mentioned that LSU has a little bit more depth because the whole, all of Iowa's team here is surrounded by Caitlin Clark, yes. And if she does well. So with that, are you saying that LSU might have the edge in this matchup?
Yeah, LSU, believe it or not, is the underdog in this game, even though they got the victory last year. I think that there is a huge chance that they can win this basketball game. They've got more depth and more athleticism to disrupt that Iowa team. I would go out on a limb and say I think that LSU does win this basketball game, but if Iowa wants a chance to do it, they need to set some good screens, get that defense moving, and get some good matchups or get good mismatches to happen. But look, they've got to focus on the boards, and LSU rebounds so well. I just think the rebounding edge goes to them, the athleticism edge goes to them, the defensive edge goes to them, and they've got a little bit more coming to the party here on their team offensively that makes me think that LSU can pull the upset.
All right, well, let's get to the next matchup here. UConn taking on USC. You said that Paige Beckers is likely to have the best night here. Is that going to be enough to take down USC?
I don't think it will be enough, actually. I'm not sure. This one I'm really torn on. If you are a gambling person, which you all know I am, plus 3.5 for USC to me is my favorite play of this game. I think it comes down to 1 or 2 points. But Paige Beckers leads this UConn team, but 6 players are playing. That's it. They had to really grind out their win. You've got this USC squad where Juju Watkins leads the way. She leads the way offensively, defensively as well for her team. But there's so many options there. When those starters get tired, they have a 6-man, 7-man, 8-man, 9-man to be able to sub in, and that's going to help them in a huge game like this. I struggle taking UConn to lose this game only because of the experience. Gino Auriemma is a fantastic coach. He's obviously been here before. We know the narrative, right? UConn's been phenomenal. I worry about those injuries that they've sustained throughout the season, throughout their entire lineup. I can't call a winner here. If you were going to force my hand, I think USC wins this matchup.